Hey, welcome to my channel, Unique Spirit. So, tonight I am going to be looking at what March is bringing you in regards to love. So, we've got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and I will leave the timestamps below so you can choose. Yeah, go ahead. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Hey, pile 1, so we'll start with your first card that you chose. So express gratitude for what was possible today instead of thinking negatively about what you could not achieve. So pile 1, to start with, you probably are someone that is required to change your mindset about love or about the situation that you're within and learn how to switch the negative into a more positive flow of mindset. So yeah, that's what I get first. And then we're going to start with the tarot cards. So we've got Ace of Pentacles, which talks to me about the seeds that you're planting in your relationships or within a connection in March. So this is something that will grow and keep growing if watered and have a lot of potential in the future. It's also talking about, your clear intentions, knowing what you are, manifesting and co-creating with spirit here. So then we have the wheel, which talks about a happy ending, a completion, and it talks about even travel. It talks about it's a very positive card. So it talks about a cycle ending. And then the Ace of Pentacles talks about a new beginning within a connection. So then we've got Temperance in reverse. And this is where I feel comes the difficulties. So this is like a disconnection to your true path here that maybe you're experiencing in your current situation. So learning how to be more true to yourself and is also this feeling of impatient energy coming through. Then we have the Judgment. So this beneath the Ace of Pentacles speaks of complete and clear understanding to a situation. So all the clouded judgment is released, and I'm seeing that you are coming into this awakening period. So I feel like what you could be creating or going through, is this awakening period in your life. And what you're creating with your connection or connections is something spiritual. So it feels like a spiritual connection, like a soulmate or a twin flame. Then we've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. So the Seven of Swords here basically represents someone that is possibly lying to themselves or others, and they need to a broader perspective of the situation, so there needs to be more clarity. And I do feel like it's coming in March. And I feel that it could also mean there needs to be more honesty, less secrets, and something's holding you back or holding someone back in a connection. And then we've got the Five of Swords here, which talks about conflict. Someone feeling like they have a more of an advantage in a situation. Take that however it resonates, but that could mean that you or them just like to be more in control of a situation. And then we've got just the feeling of needing to build on skills and confidence before stepping into a connection here. That's how it feels. It feels that you or a person you're interested in is, going through this awakening period. And they could be currently avoiding it with the Temperance in reverse and not wanting to face certain things with the Five of Swords here. But regardless, I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles in the World come through more than the other cards here. So the seed to a really successful and abundant, loving connection comes through. So then we'll go on to your other cards here, and we have the Coyote Spirit. Now, this is coming through to me because you might not have seen this connection coming, and Spirit is trying to explain that, there's always, or sometimes there's detours in your path, and you can't expect the road to be straight. So to trust in in these detours too. Sorry. And and letting go of control, of needing to take full control of your path, listening to Spirit's guidance, letting them letting them guide you, basically. So then we've got the Five of Air. So it talks about making an unwise choice and learning from a situation, and also talks about reviewing everyone's motives either in your whole relationships, family, friends, co-workers, partners. Just maybe you are very alert and paying attention to people's choices here. So, or maybe it could be about the choices you have made in the past and needing to kind of bring that to the surface here, because there is some dishonesty coming through. We have the Three of Earth in reverse, which talks about this lack of effort in this connection or in your connections. So there's this lack of balance. So someone's either giving way more than the other person, vice versa. It feels like, yeah. And then we've got the Ten of Air. So it talks about the need to embrace change, but you are pretty much unwilling here with the Temperance card in reverse. The Ten of Air basically states the same thing. It's like it's this stuck feeling, and it's quite a difficult period, and there's just no physical change, because I feel that, there's just no willingness to take the steps from someone. But there could be the other connection or you could be very willing to take these steps. So it feels like someone is waiting here, and I feel like there's a lot of healing happening. And then we've got balance. So the need to balance and moderate and compromise and waiting for perfect timing in order to bring this shift and change. So this is what you or someone else is more focused on, waiting for better timing. And I mean, like, that is creating the balance needed in this connection to successfully grow and come to this happy ending I saw. So we have a lot of anxiety. The first chakra is, I feel, blocked. Yeah. And then we have all tied up in reverse. And then we have the third chakra. So you or them are very intuitive, or both of you are very gifted in that sense. I feel like there's this blockage when it comes to intimacy and love, and the sense of kind of like boredom coming through, and this anxiety. And then we've got your messages coming through now. So deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Playfulness, so laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. And then we have soulmate. So your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So then we've got more messages from the universe, from Spirit. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. So this could be because you or the other person really are representing from the Five of Swords here, which is like loss and pain and healing, and they aren't, or you aren't in that mindset of love, and you are learning how to love yourself before you can love anyone else here. So we have my capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Yeah, that's really, I don't know if you can see that with the light, sorry. But yeah, so like, Spirit is basically trying to pull you into this energy of love, and only you or them can do that for themselves. So yeah, that is for you, Pile 1. And if you liked your reading, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, you can find my Facebook details below if you'd like a more in-depth reading. Thank you so much. Hey, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So, your first card says, I'm a goddess who has the power to speak my truth. So a lot of feminine energy did come through in this pile. You don't have to be female. You can be male. Well, let's start with our tarot cards first. So we've got the Fool, which talks about a new direction and having faith in spirit, in the universe. Basically allowing yourself to fall into this new path without overthinking it, and basically just, having faith. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is quite talking about your self-worth, like accepting your self-worth, sorry. And this is how Spirit is showing me you are someone that is very stable and successful, and you know what you want, and you probably know how to get that too, like you're very confident. We have the Two of Wands coming through, which talks about, you having a choice here. You have a choice to stay in your comfort zone or, take this new direction, which I feel that in March, I feel that, I feel like you intuitively already know what this could be and what connection Spirit is pointing out here. You are a very strong, independent person, right? And there is this huge sense of being connected to the universe here and having this faith. But with the Six of Pentacles here, I feel like there's some blockages coming forward. And we will go and look at what they could be for you. I'm going to pull out these cards. So can we get some advice on Six of Pentacles in reverse? So it's non-action. Yeah, so I'm getting that maybe you choose not to take this new direction. Some of you choose to stay in your comfort zone here. Or maybe because you feel like you deserve better. So now we're going to go on to your other cards here. We have the Dog Spirit, which talks about being loyal to what you love. And it's representing also this new beginning, new cycle. And maybe reminding yourself that you deserve love as well. And being loyal to yourself. And that's where this sense of self-worth comes in. Then we have the Six of Air, which talks about things being quite difficult and the cycle that you're in continuing. So they want you to, step out of your comfort zone here, because maybe you've been in this for so long and you might feel very self-conscious in moving forward. So we've got the Justice card, which talks about, you doing what you know is right. You standing up for yourself in situations in March when it comes to connections, either family, friends, love relationships, colleagues. There is this big sense of karmic energy in your relationships. We've got the Ace of Earth, which talks about this inflow of abundance when it comes to love, and there being this promising success, full opportunity, but which would pretty much go with the Fool card here, with this new direction if you choose to take. So we have the Seven of Earth, which talks about the seeds being planted, and also there being this temporary pause in either a connection or other connections, and that's why we see this non-action card coming through with Aries energy. I don't know if that will resonate with some, but there's just need to not to worry so much about what you are co-creating here in your relationships, as there is a lot of abundance that you should be focusing on. And then we've got the Two of Earth, and a lot is going on either in your life or someone else's life that you're connected to. There's a decision that might need to be made in regards to, going down this new direction. And they want you to not be so serious and be more playful. Learn how to be, more playful. So that could, you could benefit from going back and watching pile 1, as well as I feel that maybe there's some connection in there with this reading as well. And then we have the High Priestess in reverse, and it talks about, this blockedness from spirit when it comes to, this non-action. Maybe they're pushing you in a direction and you're resisting. So, and there's a sense of impatient energy coming through. Sorry, my baby's just waking up. Pause video. Okay, so pile 2. Someone's being a little bit impatient, whether that be you or someone else, but I feel that it is someone else here that's being a little bit impatient with you, as I feel that you are stagnating the progression here. But I do feel like the seeds are growing under the surface and you possibly can't see that now. So this, for some, could mean that, you know, a connection is going to be more stable in the future. So for March, we've got community. So this is basically just talking about connection. And we've got the number 7 here, which talks about the success within your connections here, which goes with the card Ace of Earth here, which talks about, you know, your stability within your connections. They've been quite strong and abundant. We've got the Deceit card upside down, so that also talking about how there is honesty here. There is potential and honesty, abundance. So we've got the Sun in reverse, which talks about, you know, you or someone else not quite seeing the true blessings at hand, and possibly, you know, just not taking for granted, but just not seeing the potential here, because the Six of Pentacles in reverse talks about, you know, this lack of confidence. So this lack of faith, but in a sense, you are someone that's quite in tune to spirit and have this, you know, understanding with spirit. With the Full card here, you know, releasing and letting go and just allowing flow to enter. And I feel like that is something that you and your person is learning here. So then we've got romance. So Cupid strikes. Look inside yourself. So examine what is causing you to feel this way. That goes really well with the Six of Pentacles and the lack of confidence and the needing to build on self-love here. So don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it only is being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So, you know, that's being like starting to be honest with your person or yourself here, and just if it's expressing to your other person here what you want and what you know, how you feel about this connection, and possibly trying not to lead them on here, and just making decisions that you know, what card we got here? We got the Justice card here, which talks about making decisions, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. So if that means, you know, like a temporary pause from this connection, understand that things are still growing under the surface. Feels like there's more potential in the future than there is currently when it comes to your romance. There's a few blockages either you or your significant other are like going through when it comes to stepping out of your comfort zone and taking action and not being afraid and just, having faith in spirit. And these are your last two cards. So when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Sorry, disrupted. Yeah. So, that pretty much is like the same as pile one's message, aligning with love and the vibration of the universe. And that's where you're going to find your peace. So, that's about, self-love and talking to yourself in kind, loving ways, having positive thoughts. So I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. I believe this is natural. So yeah, guys, you guys just need to focus on self-love by the looks of it, and not to worry, because there is a lot of honesty within your connections in March, and there seems to be a lot more truth and openness and giving and receiving when it comes to that sense. But it's little steps when it comes to healing and gaining that self-love in order to love others, because you don't want to bring that energy into any other connection or around any other person. So yeah, that's you, pile 2. And if you liked your reading, please go down and like and sub, and you'll see a link to my Facebook, and you can get a detailed reading. Thank you. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to my channel. So yeah, guys, you have some full-on energy coming through. So let's start with the first card. So life isn't happening to you. Life is actually responding to you. So remember, what you're putting out there is what you are receiving in return. So we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the King of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. So you guys are stuck between a rock and a hard place. You are fearful of commitment. You are replaying past pain and trauma here with the 5 of Cups in reverse. Replaying old stories that are becoming your life. So yeah, you guys, if you are saying that, if you have a poverty or scarcity, lack mindset, that's what you are attracting. If you constantly talk about past traumas or think about how, you were the victim, then that's what's going to happen in all of your experiences until you realize that, those things were to strengthen you and to, teach you some lessons that needed to be taught, like in order to cut cycles and in order to grow. So what I'm showing here is that you are stuck in the situation where, you've got, I feel like you're either in a connection already but you have the option, or you might have family responsibilities, but there's this fear of commitment coming through, and but also this strong feeling of celebration as well when it comes to like your connections. But you're putting on this mask and you're pretending to be someone that you're not. And the King of Cups basically talks about this immaturity. So lack of emotional balance. And just, if you are someone that just came out of a relationship and still need healing, then jumping into a commitment isn't what's called for here. You're really basically being asked to focus on, being more, bring forward more integrity into your path. And there's this sense that you are coming to this conclusion, or this sense that, with the Nine of Pentacles, that money, finances, it doesn't buy you everything. So there's a sense of overwhelmingness when it comes to pile 3. I'm going to pull some more cards. And we've got the Chameleon Spirit, which basically goes well with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse here. You're acting as if you're someone else, or you are drawn to someone that is acting not as who they say they are. So take it as it resonates. So the Five of Earth talks about fear around finances and just this fear of instability. So it's like you're clinging onto people for that security. Then we have 3 of Water in reverse. So even though there is this abundant celebration of connections with the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Water is basically the same as 3 of Cups, but in reverse. So you're not feeling happy and you are not having fun. And what Spirit wants you to acknowledge here is that that's what you need to do. You need to kind of balance your emotions here and find the joy in life again. So you've got the 2 of Fire here, which talks about, stepping into your truer self, and connecting to new partnerships and moving forward. So the 4 of Air reverse talks about a very busy energy here, and we've got that same energy in the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So being overly focused on your career and making finances is what seems to be more of a priority. But you, in the back of your head, you're like, oh, well, what's the point, Finances doesn't bring you, everything. And maybe there's a sense of depression in you, and that's why you need to, go inwards a lot and do some shadow work and do it properly. Then we have the King of Air reversed, which talks about like this blockage in communication and this imbalance in your mental and emotional state. Then for March we have Happy Family. Then we have Victory in Reverse. So that pretty much goes good with all the cards here. It's like you do have this celebration around you, like this happiness, this abundance around you, but you're not feeling it. Then we've got the Angel of Balance in Reverse. So you're quite imbalanced in March. And then we've got Walking Away, but in reverse, which is actually a really good thing. It's like you don't have to walk away from the situation in order to see the abundance that you have, because it is already present. And I think that once you learn how to balance a little more these emotions of yours, you'll see that there's nothing to be quite unhappy about. And then we have Envy in Reverse, which talks about you overcoming jealousy in March, and the Thinking Woman in Reverse, which talks about, you don't have the anxieties you might have had in the past. There's this woman that I feel is pretty naive or gullible, and yeah, interesting. And then we've got Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. We've got Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be, and acceptance is the key to inner peace here. At times you must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And then for the last cards here, we have the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. My vibes speak louder than my words. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. So there's so much guidance coming through about you needing to have fun and changing your energy up, and that will help you transform your connections here. So you might feel quite stuck and stagnated and quite between a rock and a hard place at the moment and fear this commitment with someone. But yeah, there's many options here available, and it's like you just need to kind of step into this balanced, mature, change your vibes, pile 3. So if you liked this reading, please thumbs up, sub, and below will be a description to my Facebook, where you'll be able to, purchase a full detailed reading. Thank you so much.